It's women crushing it Wednesdays. OGs cooking up in the kitchen. Call it being range. Nike's opinions leave you kids days. Me and Zo's an unforgettable fighter. With a fist raised, we talking offensive defense. Cause if you get knocked out, it's all in the pretense. We put lights out like D10s. Christine, so pristine, you gotta respect the Queen's gift. Just sit back and enjoy the views. Opinions are plentiful, but it's for y'all to choose. Women crushing it Wednesdays. Let's get into it. It hit different.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Women Crushing It Wednesdays. I hope everybody's having a good evening. I got my girl Nika in the house. Crystal will be joining us soon. But before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Almighty Kane, who does our intro, and Arte de Tere that does our thumbnails. And tonight we have a very special co-host, Shannon O'Connell, Shotgun Shannon. And we're going to bring her on, and she's going to be talking boxing with us, and then she's going to let us know what she's up to, what she's got coming up.
If I could get the screens right?
Oh, you're the pro. I depend on you.
Here you go. Shannon. Okay.
Shannon, how are you?
I'm good. That was such a cool intro.
Yeah. I know, right? Were you backstage like, woo?
I was.
So it's evening for us, but it's morning for you, right?
Yeah, it's 11 a.m.
11 a.m. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I'm so glad that you're joining us today. I don't know if you know this, but I was telling everybody that you're one of our co-hosts tonight, and then we're going to talk about what you have been up to and what you have coming up, because you got some exciting stuff. But we're definitely going to get to that. But I really wanted to talk about there's a lot of things that are in the spotlight right now in boxing, and one of the things that is being tossed around is doing away with the Muhammad Ali Act. I don't know if you've heard about it or you haven't heard about it, but it's getting kind of serious. Ever since Dana White and TKO stepped on the scene, it seems like things are getting a little crazy. Shannon, what do you know about the things that are going on and how they're trying to change those things?
Well, to be honest, we don't even have that in Australia. So it's interesting for me, and I've sort of tried to sit back and see the good part of it and the bad part of it. It's not really something I've ever had to experience. So it's sort of hard for me to
Oh, yeah, for sure.
say as a fighter.
It's like our federal government kind of stepped in to protect boxers. And I'll just it's just quickly so that promoters, aren't controlling the rankings. They're not controlling who gets title shots or how the pay is. In the past here in the U.S., boxers were getting taken advantage of. And so this was kind of put in place, to protect them so that the promoters don't have all the say. I don't know if y'all have anything like that over there.
No, we don't. But like, really, if you sit back and look at it, has it worked? Like, promoters are always going to have to say.
There's always ways around it. That's for sure. What are you thinking when you hear that? Now Dana White's on the scene all of a sudden. His all due respect, but his boxing venture failed. And then now, he's back on the scene because somebody gave him an opportunity, which, hey, it's all about opportunities. But he's trying to do away with the protection of some of our boxers.
I don't know if it will, like, Willie, can he? And
yeah, I mean,
more sort of the lower line boxers,
he wants
aren't
to.
they?
I don't know if you're familiar with the UFC model, but he's trying to put it into play like that. Nika, have you hearing stuff about that?
Yes, but he's buddy with Trump, so I kind of feel like it probably will get pushed through. He knows people in high places, and I really feel like it's gonna happen. But this is boxing is going. I don't even know. I don't even. Let me shut up. I don't know where it's going, but this is not a good thing. It's not a good thing, and I hope it doesn't get passed. But I
Yeah,
kind of feel like it is.
it's scary for our boxers here. So Daniel
But
said,
if
well,
it
the
does get
promoters,
passed, would that only be with the TKO people?
No, it would be for. I think it's for
Oh,
every for
it will be across the board. It will be across the board. It's like
oh,
he's putting together the WBOs, which is the United Boxing Organization, where the promoters are allowed to fighters, promote fighters, and award championship belts. He feels like there's too many weight classes, there's too many belts, and he wants to have his own belts. Called I don't know what he said. He wants to modernize boxing, but the thing is he wants to pay a minimum of $150 a round. He said that that's the minimum that
whoa,
he'll start with. He said that he will cover the health and also the anti-doping measures, but the concern is that he's going to monopolize everything. You know,
mm,
it's very concerning here for us in the US because already, as you know, boxers always get the short end of the stick, and they're the ones putting theirs on the line, putting in all the work, having to pay for camps, for sparring, for everything. And 150 minimum, what is that going to pay for? It just doesn't make sense to me.
yeah.
The,
that's
Dan,
crazy. That really is crazy. That is
crazy.
insane. Why he
It's
sits
very
back and
crazy.
collects all the money, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And it's already happening. I mean, promoters already do that for the
Yeah.
part. Daniel said, well, the promoters have been going around for a long time. PBC, Top Rank, Golden Boy have been getting around that. So I'm not concerned because I'm not that much. Okay, well, we're not talking about you then,
And then he
Daniel.
said, that being said, I don't think it will happen.
Okay. Well, hopefully it doesn't. So HOD said it's going to take both houses to make it pass. Good. I mean, that makes me happy. And hello to everybody in the chat. Hello to everybody in the
Yeah,
chat.
and everybody. Sorry.
So some things that we all know about, and it's also something that's really, really big right now, is the doping and anti-doping controversy. I don't know, Shannon, if you've seen it. Like, I don't know if you're on Twitter X. I don't think you are. I think you're on Instagram and a few other places. And by the way, everybody, we have Shotgun Shannon in the house. She is our co-host tonight too. Chris will be on later, but so happy to have her on. And then she's gonna let you know what she's been going through. But that's been a big discussion because a lot of YouTubers are attacking Snack. And even though there have been other people that are not affiliated with Snack that have tested dirty and been convicted, Snack right now is being attacked. And it all is leading up to the Canelo and Bud Crawford fight. I don't know if
So,
you,
because I haven't really been on Twitter like that. So, are they trying to say that Bud is the one that's
they are saying
that,
there are people that are alleging, and also there is rumors of lawsuits that people are alleging that he is on PEDs, he's working with Snack, and he's getting bigger to face Canelo.
so not Canelo, the one who already popped dirty and his whole camp popped dirty, but it's Bud that's on PEDs. Okay. All right. Oh my God. So the
That
excuses are starting now. They're starting now.
that the excuses have started. Shannon, have you heard anything about that on your side of the
Um,
world?
not really. I mean, there's always stuff being said about all these guys, like all the time. But is there any facts? No. So I mean, I've had it said about me. I've had it's said about anyone that's doing good or doing great. It's got to be because they're on PEDs. It can't be because they work hard. Like
Yeah,
Bud is a freak. He's phenomenal. And okay, so he's not cutting all the weight that he's normally cutting for a fight, so he looks bigger, and he's performing amazing because he's probably not dieting like he's trying to like a racehorse.
exactly.
It's like there's testing, so I don't know. I don't know that if there's ways to get around the testing that they do. Like they could turn up at his doorstep anytime. How do you get around that?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. And we've got people that have been, just slapped on the wrist. They have been proven, to have been on PEDs, and those people don't say anything about them. It's freaking crazy. But yeah. So speaking of that, a lot of people in your last fight, no, actually fight before last, I believe, whenever you dethroned the princess, it was the fight before last, correct?
No, that was my last fight.
The last
That
one.
was my last
Okay.
fight.
So nobody could believe how you could beat the up and coming, princess, because she was younger and she was like everybody was putting all their money on her, and I'm sure things said about you. Talk to us about leading up to that and everything that surrounded that.
Well, to be honest, I actually got the call for that fight. I was at World Championship. Well, it was the week before World Championships with my son, and so I went to Colorado and supporting the whole team. I was training with the team, and it made me sort of took me back to my amateur days. And straight away, I went, "Jazzy I never had an amateur fight. Box this kid like an amateur.
Yeah.
I'm gonna school her." And so it was going to the youth world champs and watching and seeing all the skill made me go, I can do this.
Hmm.
And that was our sort of our game plan. Like I'm always in a hard fight, but for that, it was really fun for me and enjoyable to go back to my amateur days and where I was more in and out attacks and I loved it. So
That's awesome.
to me, I was like, she thinks I'm coming to fight her, but I'm coming to box her.
To box her ass. Yes. And that's the thing. It's like in the pros, you can do either or because you have the background. You box them or you can brawl, just depending on who you're facing. So after that win, did you expect that you were going to get more recognition, more limelight that you actually got?
Well, funny story because you're Metcalf's coach, but we were told that originally I didn't even want the fight with Jazzy. I was like, what for? And then we said IBF eliminator, and I was like, put me in. I'm in. So promised to be made the mandatory for Metcalf, and then things went back and forth. It fell over. Obviously, I wasn't supposed to win that fight. So when they made the promise of making me the mandatory and getting me that fight, it was an empty promise because
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't supposed to win. But yeah, so that was the only reason I took the fight is because I thought it was going to get bigger things and opportunities. But in the end, it scared people off because people went, "Oh shit, she's still here,"
She's
and
still doing
it's now August, and I haven't had a fight since.
That's crazy. See,
Ready all year to fight, and it's I mean, I'm not sure how hard anyone's tried to get me a fight, but nothing's happened. I don't have a promoter backing me. I never have. So I feel like my whole career I've done everything the hard way, and I've always been the B side. I've got split decision wins against Shanika, and I believe I was robbed of a UD because that fight
Yeah.
was on her coach was the promoter, and I win by split decision in her hometown at the time. Like
Her coach
I was robbed the
was the
UD, not the other way
promoter.
around.
Her
Her
you
coach
see,
was the
when the
promoter.
Muhammad Ali Act, needs to be put in place. Her coach was the promoter. That's insane. And you got a split. You got There was it was no contest. What'd you say?
I don't know. I was a split decision win.
Split
But so like if
decision
you look at
win.
my record, any of the split decision wins on my record, I was the B side.
Wow, that's freaking crazy. And speaking of all that, we've just seen that MVP signed 5 new girls. I mean, they are just like scooping up everybody. Everybody.
Everybody except for me.
Talk to us about that. What are your feelings on that? What are you thinking about that?
I don't. To be honest, I understand. I'm 42, but maybe they don't see any potential because I'm 42. I don't know, honestly, but I feel like I'm a true threat to some of these girls. I have spoken to Amanda a few times. She's sort of mentioned she'll do what she can, get me in there, get me a fight. But so far nothing's happened. I'm sort of still just sitting back waiting. hopefully if I get through this weekend, we can make some noise. I've beat Shanika and easily. She has come a long way since then, but I still believe that it's the best fight out there. I believe all the 118 girls that MVP have signed, Shanika's would be the only one that I would go, yeah, that's a hard fight. The other fights they're good fights, but they're fights that I definitely win.
Well, and you
Yeah,
saw
see,
that.
look, Holly Holm is 43 and they signed her.
Yeah. See, I was
So
just gonna
Holly
say
Holm,
that.
she's a little bit different famous.
yeah, but the age is not a thing then, but
The thing is, like women, when we compare them to the men, the longevity, take less abuse, and I believe that, no offense to the men, but women have a bigger window, and they can still go. Um, and as far as like Shanika, like they just so Dina, Dina was pregnant, and God bless her, she had a miscarriage, so she's coming back.
Oh.
So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. I have my own theories because Chicken has 2 more fights with them, and I have my theories that I'm not going to share publicly. But Dina is going to be coming back, and then we're definitely going to see Sugar Neeks and Dina, I'm sure. So Dina can reclaim her belts. That's
Yeah.
definitely going to be in the works, I'm sure. But as far as you being, I don't understand it either. Like I don't get it, because if you
Well,
want
they've
the
just
best of
signed
the
Shannon
best,
Courtney and Ebony Bridges, and give me
I
one
know.
of them, please. Both of
I
them.
would
I
like to
don't
see
care.
you
I
fight her.
actually don't care if I had to fight my way to Shanika. I don't care. Or if it's Dina by then. I don't care. I don't even care. They don't need to offer me a contract. Just let me win my way to the fight.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm all for that. I've never been looked after in that way. So why? That's fine with me. I will win my way to the big fight.
Yeah,
I
MVP.
like that.
Really, Shannon is definitely a threat to your girls that you've signed. I mean, just let her in, even if it's fight by fight, on a fight by fight basis. They need to let you in the door. You are a
Tiara too.
trailblazer.
And Tiara too. They know she's a threat, so I feel like that's why they haven't signed her yet either.
A lot of times the thing is like if you're signed with someone, again, the Mahali Act, where these promoters or these managers, they hold on to you and they put on hellish. I mean, I don't know if this is the case, but I have heard about a case where they put this price tag over your head to where it's almost impossible for
somebody to
someone
buy
to get
it
you
out.
out of a contract.
Um,
Um,
Me. I'm not held on by anyone. Come and get me.
See, that's good. I love it. I love it. So let's say right now they're watching. Jake's watching. The managers, Mike's watching. Everybody's watching. What do you have to say to them?
I'm here. I'm waiting. Please give me a shot. I've done everything the hard way. I've everything my entire career, through the amateurs, like when there was no funding for the girls, to the pros, where I've done everything. I've always been the B side, and I'm not looking to be babied through anything. I always put on a good fight. I'm entertaining, and I fight hard. And I feel like I just deserve one last shot at a big belt.
We agree. We definitely agree. So you have something really exciting coming up. So talk to us about that.
Oh, now I'm going to cry again. So this weekend, I'm headlining a card in Australia, and my son is on the undercard as a pro. So
oh,
Isn't that awesome?
that
I
is so
love it.
awesome. Yes.
I mean, I don't know. DPD told us that it's never happened in the world before. So mother and son on the same card as professionals.
Y'all
that
are
is-
making history.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is so great. And so that's this weekend.
Yeah. So 2 days.
Okay.
2 people, like we live in a townhouse, so we've got 2 people like cutting weight at the moment. It's my daughter's not leaving her bedroom. She's scared of us.
I know.
Yeah, seriously. Poor thing.
Everybody's
She
on
has to go
edge.
outside to eat.
I could just imagine everybody's on edge.
Yeah, seriously.
Got a schedule for the hot baths later.
Yo, that's so, so I told you, we were talking early and I was telling you that my daughter's in Australia right now and my girl Alexis, she's going to go, fight and it's, but I got to tell them, I don't know if they even know, they got to go to the fight. That is so awesome. And where can we see it?
There will be a live stream, but they haven't released it yet. Obviously, they're still trying to sell tickets, so they'll
Okay.
probably release that the day of the fight.
Okay, that is so fabulous. As soon as you know, please let us know. We're going to share it with everybody. We're rooting for you and your son. And then after y'all get your hand raised, we have to have y'all, both of y'all, back on the show. So any last words before we let you go? Because I know you're cutting weight and you probably
Thanks for having me on. You guys have been awesome. Like I love watching you guys, what you do. You're all real. I've always back you both. So thanks for having me.
Ditto. Absolutely. Thank you. Wonderful day. And we can't wait to see you do great things. More great things.
Yes. And get signed by
care.
MVP.
Yeah. VP. You take care.
See you
We'll
guys.
talk to you soon.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, let me put
I love
this
her. She's so great. So great.
Yeah, they damn sure did sign Holly Holmes, so they could get her too. All
Yeah,
right.
and Holly's older than her. So like, come on. Like,
I don't want to
but
hear.
but you know what? I am so fucking concerned about them doing away with this Muhammad Act because honestly, the boxers need more protection, and this was like kind of like a little bit of protection they could have gotten, and now they're going to take that away and like there's going to be nothing.
Hopefully they don't. But
God, I hope
I
not.
feel like these people they know people in high places, so
That's the thing.
funny business,
That's the thing. When you know people in high places, I mean, we've seen crazier stuff. Crazier stuff. I know, right? Nika looks so good.
I was cooking in that Mexico sun. I was cooking.
Girl, you look
45
amazing.
minutes the first day. I was already like 3 shades, like 50 shades of Nika. Oh my god. So.
No, you look beautiful. But I want to talk about again. I want to go back, like kind of backpedal to the doping controversies because so there was an amateur boxer out of Austin, Texas, of course, my hometown, Texas. I'm not going to say his name. I don't want to embarrass him anymore. But he was caught with a metabolic steroid in his system.
When was this? Today?
This is recently.
I missed a lot, y'all.
This is recently. So he was thrown. Trill's like, I know, right? Thrown a 3-year ban. A 3-year ban. He cannot compete. And I'm thinking, we've got these pros that get caught. They get a little slap on the wrist. Oh, you can't fight for a year, which they wouldn't anyway in today's climate. But then you got these amateurs that make their way up. He's not right. I don't support him. I don't support the cheating. I don't. But what I'm saying is he got 3 years, and then these pros that make big time money.
So wait,
he's a slap on the wrist.
Amateur program, you said?
Yes, he's in the amateur program.
And he pumped, and then they gave him 3 years.
He had a metabolic steroid in his system. And for 3 years, he's suspended. He cannot box. Amateur, pro, he can't do nothing.
And then these people, and the pro boxers that's insane. That's insane.
That's what I'm talking about. We're backwards.
That's why I feel like it needs to be same across the board. Everybody needs to get the same punishment across the board. Like, some people get like silent suspensions. You do a little community service, post a little pictures, whatever, and you go to a couple of events and sign, take pictures with the kids, and you're good. It's all good. And then you pass them a little envelope, all is well. But
show a little ass, show a little whatever.
That's crazy. All right, Crystal. Crystal's here.
Yay, Crystal. Crystal
look tan too.
Crystal. So you missed Shannon, but she was amazing. She's got a fight coming up. She's cutting weight. She and her son are on the same card. So mother and son, first time in history, she's headlining, which is amazing. So that was really good. But we were I don't know if you had talked about heard about it, but we were talking about how Dana White is trying to do away with the Muhammad Ali Act.
Oh
And I don't
yes,
know what your thoughts on about that.
it's there for a reason. I think it needs to stay.
Hmm.
I don't think. I think by removing the Muhammad Ali Act, I think we will start to get into a UFC, MMA situation, and our boxers will not be paid for their worth.
Yeah, and
They're putting their
protected.
life on the line. There's not a dollar amount that can replace a life. To be
No,
honest with you,
no.
they work very hard for what they do, and as well do UFC and MMA. I'm not taking that away from them. However, I don't think it is a good idea to remove the Muhammad Ali Act eh, in boxing. In the world of boxing, it's there for a reason and have protected many of our boxers.
Yep, absolutely. And also, I don't know. This is what I heard through the grapevine. So this is just gossip. I don't know it to be gospel, but many UFC fighters have sued the UFC, because they don't get paid enough. They can only move up the rankings so far. There's like a cap everything. With the Dana White model, he said, okay, we'll start at $150 minimum per round.
That
Like,
is that is insane. That
And
is insane.
that is the business of Uncle Tuck that I am not impressed with at all. First of all, I'm
same.
not happy that he don't put more females on the card. Secondly, he want to take away pay from our boxers who earn their right to have the payment that they are
Yeah,
worth. Right? I'm
yeah.
not saying all of them are worth 10, 20, 30 million
Right,
dollars,
right. No, yeah.
but some of them have worked themselves up to that point and they deserve that money.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
not the one
I
getting
feel
paid
like
that
the
money,
ones
so
that are making the big money, like millions and hundreds of millions, we're not going to see that anymore after this. So that's like a carrot that was thrown in front of people's faces. Now they want to do this other model because even Uncle Turk that they say has unlimited money, he's got to get his money back. So he's not going to keep throwing this money out. So now he's got Dana on there that's going to do this model, and I'm just speculating. And the guys that are coming up behind the ones that are making all the top dollars, the ones that we're seeing in Riyadh season and coming up, he's going to see that anymore. But that's the
right.
carrot he puts in front of these young, hungry boxers' face, in my opinion. What are y'all's thoughts on that?
You go, Crystal. Go.
I like I say before, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it at all. I think I'm a fan of the sport and I want to see the best boxers box. That is
Hmm.
something Uncle Tuck and I do have in common. We want to see the best
Yes,
boxers box. We want to see the best of the best come out. However, I think many of them have earned their worth, and we cannot take
absolutely.
that. It's a disrespectful thing to take that away from them. The
Absolutely.
females are just starting to build, you know,
Yeah,
to make more monies, and he is not even acknowledging them at this point, to
at
my
all.
understanding. So,
He's
thank
not.
you, Jake Paul. I mean, a lot of people don't like Jake Paul, but what he's doing for women's boxing is
I
incredible.
love it. Yeah, I
But
really love it. I
but
give
I
him
did see
props.
something online. He's fucking over another boxer that he signed when they first started, and I forgot his name. I know
Yeah, all that.
somebody.
His H2O
Yeah,
is his
yeah.
handle.
And I'm just like, that's shiesty, but that's boxing. That's the business.
It
Motherfuckers,
is, honestly, it
use
is.
they will use and abuse you until they don't need you no more. And then
That's true.
that's why I be like, when these boxers are getting the money, they need to get it, because once they done with you, they done with you.
That's
They don't
true.
give two
Hmm.
fucks about you. They don't give two fucks about you. So get your money and get out. They don't
Hmm.
care.
I've said it before, and some people don't like it, but some people see what I'm saying. It's like a pimp and a prostitute. It's like when the pimp's done with you, and you can't bring him any more money, they're done with you. They look at you like a number. It's sad. It's so sad. That's why we need more people in boxing that really care. We don't need to do away with the Muhammad Ali Act. As a matter of fact, our boxers need more protection. This is the beginning. The Muhammad Ali Act was in place in 2000. That's 25 years ago. We should have had some other things following that to protect our boxers. You know,
I
um,
think some of the sanctioning bodies, like the WBC, they do have other things in place, like the CARES. I don't know if y'all have heard about that before, but it's for ex-boxers who have retired from the sport.
I love
Um,
it.
they they try to help them financially, be investing and stuff like that. But it's more pushed now with the younger lads than it ever was with the older lads, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
you have to continue to build on that. You can't start taking it away.
No, absolutely not. Red Corner Boxing, I did see that you posted that claim didn't even sign him. I've proven they did about
Yeah,
100
I
times.
thought that was dirty. How you gonna
I
say you
saw
didn't
that. I
sign this
saw that
man?
when they signed him. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's why I say, you know
And
what?
this is Jake Paul, you
Watching this,
say?
it's a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a. I think he's like 18 or 19, young guy, like the first male that they signed. So
Wow.
yeah, that.
Well, I can tell you another positive about MVP. They are promoting a lot of these, or maybe not promoting, but they are financially sponsoring some of these amateur events. So
I
the
like
one that
that
I
too.
was at last week, they sponsor. I don't know to which degree, of course, but all of the corner buckles were MVP by Jake Paul. So this
Okay.
is putting on a good show.
Yeah.
But when you tell me something like that, I'm like,
Yeah, because
oh,
I feel like they
is
do
it
shit
just
like
a
that
show?
to cover up what they're doing. To
Yeah, it's
to
hard to
to
say.
H2O. Like, yeah,
The
we
the
we
the thing
we
the
we
thing
fucked
that
him over, but look what we're doing over here. So
Yeah,
no.
the thing that we know is that it's a business. They're going to do what they need to do. Yes, they're probably trying to help, some amateurs because they're the future of what they're trying to do and their business. They try not to. People have told me in the business many, many times, don't love your boxers. Don't, there are, you can't help it if that's who you are. But there are people that can help that. They can be like, okay, I need you, you need me, we're going to help each other. And when I don't need you anymore, I'm done with you.
right.
And unfortunately, that's just the business that we're in. Um, and before you came on, Crystal, we were talking about the doping and anti-doping controversy that's been circling around. It's like all over X right now, Twitter X. There are YouTubers that I don't watch, don't follow, don't care, because to me, I don't respect them, that are putting out a narrative that Victor Conte from Snack, even though he went to jail, served his time, did everything he was supposed to do when he got convicted, and in my eyes, I believe he wanted to start something new, and started Snack. That everybody on Snack is on PEDS. Well, that who's fighting in September? Bud Crawford. So the excuses, in my opinion, have already come out. I know
I
there's
really
some.
find that insane. That is
What'd you
insane.
say?
That really is insane that they're trying to say that Bud is on pet, but not Canelo, who popped dirty and his whole fucking camp, right? Oh my god, you guys are.
Nobody's talking about that. It is not in big media. It is not in big media that the whole camp, most of them, not all, most of them, a lot of them, what, six, seven of them, pop dirty.
It's
That's not the media. It's just Reynoso's team. They keep it out. He puts out a statement, forgiven, and then we have boxers that are with Snack that haven't popped dirty, and that's the topic. The
Well, we
excuses
have
have
to remember the
started.
X is the X, and these lads talk a lot of shit every day.
every
I
fucking day. They
mean,
talk shit out their ass.
even some of them that I love dearly, Mr. Ray Jackson, that
Oh,
lad
Yeah,
can
I know.
start some
he's a
bullshit in
troll.
a second, right?
I
I don't
know.
take
So,
nothing serious.
and but people believe him, and then they run with that narrative,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
But the sad part about what you are saying, and this is the flip side of the coin. Victor Conte did go to prison. He do serve his time, right?
Yeah.
The bad part about that, if you flip the coin and you say a pedophile go to prison, he come out and now he want to be anti-pedophile. How many people is fixing to believe him, right?
See,
So
and
you
I see
have
what
that
you're
side of the
saying.
coin.
I see what you're saying. I do. My thing is, there is not a crime in the world compares to a pedophile, in my opinion.
Oh,
I agree.
absolutely.
In
I
my
agree.
opinion. So this is what I'm saying. I am 55 years old. I have done some shit in my past,
We
okay?
all have.
But I'm not that same person. And then once you figure out who you want to be and the mistakes that you made and you want to do something good and positive, as I believe, and I'm just speaking on myself, that's why I open my gym. That's why I do what I do. So then I can have some from when I was in my 20s or teenage years and be like, no, baby, that's not me anymore.
Right.
So why can't we take for face value? Yeah, we might think he might maybe whatever, but it hasn't been proven. And until it's proven, he's innocent, should be innocent until proven guilty. Um, and it's sad. I don't know. I don't
But
I just I don't like
somebody
it.
said who compared a pedo to content.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't compare a pedo to
That's crazy.
content.
That if somebody did that, yeah, you know
I
what?
had
Oh
heard
my
that. I
god.
had heard that too.
I'm so glad
Krista,
I have not even been on Twitter like that because I this is why because look at the shit that people talk about and like so we're okay because Chris let me remove this one Crystal because she's off of this one what you
oh, what
did Chris?
happened?
Okay, there you
Krista, where you go? Okay.
go.
Sorry, I started a conversation about pedophiles and then I have a phone call and I still don't know
She's
how
like,
to.
boom, Houdini, I'm gone. Oh, no,
No,
it's
no,
good.
no.
But the thing,
No.
my point is that I'm using myself as an example, not a
Sure.
pedo, not they didn't sell drugs, but I'm
Right.
just saying I've done shit in my past. And you talk to people that knew me when I was a teenager in my 20s, and they're gonna be like, no, but no, baby, I'm not the same person. I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I used to cuss people out on Twitter. I used to get suspended all the time. I have changed. I have changed.
Girl,
Right.
I'm so
I have
proud of
But
you.
changed.
by
Okay.
your actions, you prove that you are worthy. And Victor
Absolutely.
Conte, I feel as though at this point in his career, he have proven that change as well.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
but what I can say is, these lads have nothing better to do than to find some reason to say something terrible about Bud Crawford. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it.
Yeah.
The lad is more clean than anyone I know as far as he work ethic and
Exactly.
so I I don't know
I
why they
really
have
You
don't
to
know
do
know,
that.
how
you
come
know,
Canelo's not getting this. It's really like he needs to
right.
be the one that's saying, hey, is he gonna pop for this fight? He popped dirty before. His whole
Exactly.
camp is passing around
And and
that
and this
statement
dude
that
and
he
this
popping dirty
dude, I'm
for.
not even gonna mention his name
He,
because he has no standing with me, and I'm not shit, okay? And I'm not saying he needs to, but there is a YouTuber out there that has a big platform and questioning who Bud's nutritionists are and who he's working with, baby. He has the best nutritionist in the world,
these
okay?
people say anything. They say anything
Vital.
for clickbait.
And they
They
don't
it's
cheat. I have known them to walk away from people that feel they need to do some things like that. So it I don't even
these be grown ass men doing this too. Like coming online, saying anything, just anything. They don't give a fuck. They say whatever.
What do you call
whatever.
They
them?
get the people going. They just keep it
Clickbait.
clickbait.
I,
Booger diggers? Booger diggers?
Booty
yeah,
digging face.
Booty
yeah,
diggers.
exactly.
Booty
Booty
diggers.
Booty diggers. I don't care how big his platform is or their platforms or how many. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
How
But
many of them closed down
they're
after the
spewing
July
negative.
29th, 2023?
Yeah,
A lot of channels.
negativity.
It was a lot of channels that went out of business because Bud had beat Spence. So that is true, Crystal, because their channel was just based off of hating on Bud, and
Mhm.
Spence was gonna win. So when Spence got whooped, then their channel just
Right,
disappeared.
red
Like,
corner box, and she looks like woo. Absolutely. And then before you came on too, we were talking about so there's an amateur in Austin, Texas. I'm not going to put his name out there because I'm sure he's already embarrassed. But they found metabolic steroids in his system. You probably know who it is anyway. But he got a 3-year ban. So we got these pros that are doing stuff. They get a little slap. They got some booty pics or whatever. I came to Jesus. I had a hard time. I was trying to find my way. And then they all get forgiven. But the
Hmm.
amateur who, I mean, he's an amateur. He's a young kid.
Yeah.
Who knows who gave him what? You know what I'm saying? And he gets 3 years. Well, he can't box, amateur, nothing. And then we have these
Yeah.
pros that get away with murder. What are your thoughts on that, Crystal?
Yeah, because I already said spoke on that. Cause
Had you heard about
I
that?
feel like it needs to be the same across the board from amateurs to the pros, like
Yeah,
because these are
it should be
people
three
die
years,
in the
three
ring.
years.
People die in the ring, so it
That's
needs to
how I
be the
feel.
same across the board. So if he's getting 3 years, then these professional fighters that are popping dirty with a lot of shit that you can't even find in the United States, okay, these are like hardcore fucking steroids that you have to go,
Hmm.
find somebody that's on the black market to get you these things, and you only get like 6 months, maybe three sometimes.
It
That shit.
depends on the state commission. The state commission have the authority, as well as the sanction bodies. But the sanction body want the money, so they're not fixing to do much.
That's
It's
true.
all about the money.
Business, business.
And Olympic boxing is not about all the money when they are signed with amateur boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to
No,
do
true.
that.
That's true. That's very true. It's all about the money, and then we see it like firsthand. You gotta take your rose-colored glasses off because it's right there in our face. But so there's another topic that is like really hot right now, swirling, and that's about there's a global discussion on genetic screening and fairness for women. So last Olympics in Paris, 2025, 2024. Ayman Khalif, she won the gold in Paris. Well, now she cannot compete or do anything unless she gets a genetic screening. What do y'all say about that? And how do you
Um,
pick and choose?
yeah, because it's like it's up to somebody's discretion. Like, hey, she look a little manly. You know what? Go ahead, check her out. Let's go test her. That's what it is. And not for nothing, a lot of female women boxers, like they they're muscular, so they look a
Yeah,
little bit more masculine. But that doesn't mean that they're men. So I don't know how they're gonna like pick and choose who gets these tests done. It's who's gonna be the judge of that. Like, hey,
that's what
you
I'm
don't really
saying.
you
How do
don't
you
really look
judge
like a
that?
lady to me. You don't really look
Well,
like a to me. Let me.
it, in the
That's crazy.
Olympic boxing, I have to be standardized. I have to be across the board. If they do it to one female or someone who
It
claimed to
should
be
be
a
all of
female,
them.
they have to do it to all of
All
them.
of them. Yeah.
If they don't, there's something
Discrimination.
wrong here.
Yeah,
Exactly. And it will come back to bite them in the rear if they're not careful.
that's what I'm saying. And so I love World Boxing. You got your shirt on representing. They're the ones that said that she needed to take the genetic testing, which I think is very dangerous because the thing is, what made them say that? Does she have more hair on her body? Does she have a masculine build? Is she
I
more
think it's the
muscular?
media.
Like,
I think it's the media. I think it's the fans of, quote unquote, fans of the sport who putting this narrative out here. This is a man, and truly they're believing it. So now they have to have something to come up with to try to say no, she not, or yes, she is.
It be the sore
yeah,
loser. It's really the sore losers. Somebody on the team put something out like, hey, we don't really know this is really a woman, and then they get the social media people going, like all the fans going, yeah, you know what, she do look like a man, and then it just
yeah, that's what it
it
was.
spreads like wildfire.
And
It's
and the
crazy.
thing is this is that we can't just look at somebody and just make that determination. We can't. I mean, everyone needs to do it, but I know it's going to be expensive. But you can't just pick and choose because you know what? Let's say maybe she has more male chromosomes, whatever. I don't know how biology works like that. Like some people have there's actual like um things, medical things that some women have this or that. But then she comes out, she's a female. She can sue their asses now.
But
You know what I'm saying?
some of these men, can we test them? Because some of them I know have pussies. The way they be crying online, want to argue with women, start with me, and do all that shit. I
I
know
knew
some
you
of
were
them
gonna
have
say
pussies.
that.
Can we test them? Can we test them?
I
Let's
knew you
test
say
that.
that.
Let's test the real trolls. The trolls who claim to be men. You know, I know a lot of them are probably they have a pussy. I just know it. I know it.
The thing is, I am totally against men fighting in women's sports. Okay, I don't care. You know what? If you wanna be whatever you wanna be, and you wanna dress however you wanna dress, you say you're a woman, even though you're born a man, that is fine. But keep it out of sports. I am totally against
Out of
transgender
swimming, out of tennis, out
genders
of
being
any
in
sport.
female sports. Period, and women.
Yeah, I don't agree with transgenders. Uh, like especially like in like track and field and boxing and stuff like that. I
Yes.
don't think they should be fighting women or
But
running
even
girls and stuff like
in boxing or in MMA, UFC, I've seen a UFC fighter get her skull cracked in half by a transgender. In half. It's not right. Do you boo outside of women's combat sports or any sports? It's not fair. And it had years ago, I had a female that transitioned to male, wanted to fight men, and it was like, I will not be in your corner. I will not watch you fight a man because y'all's strength is not the same, even though you're very strong for a woman and you're very tough. I personally will not do it. I couldn't do it.
And USA Boxing have a policy on transgender now.
Yes, they do.
In
They
order
do.
for
Thank God.
someone to do that, they will have to start very, very young. And I don't
Hmm.
see any of that happening for the
I think
next
it's like a
decade.
5 years they have to wait, like 5 years before they can even compete, something like
I mean, it's very, very to the detail
that. It's very
what
to
they
the
have to
detail.
do, what the percentages can be, what the numbers can be. And to be
Yes.
quite honest with you, it will have to be a miracle for someone to be able to accomplish that.
Yeah,
I don't
I
foresee
think they
that
make it
happening
very
within the 10
difficult.
years. Yeah,
Yeah,
but they have to have that for a reason. Otherwise,
absolutely.
someone will cry discrimination and try to sue.
Right. As has happened. That's why they had to make the rule. So, you know,
Absolutely.
but no, that is very true. We have like so many up and coming like big bangers. Like we have Usyk and Dubois too. What are y'all's thoughts on? We're gonna see it again. Do y'all want to see it again?
wait, so they agreed to do it again?
Yeah, they're gonna do it again.
Do they
Oh,
have a date yet?
I don't think there's a date yet, but I'm hearing that it's happening. Maybe there is a date. Does anybody know? Is there the date for the Usyk and Dubois too? I saw it floating around, but then again, you know how
yeah.
Twitter X
And
is.
'cause you
People
know
put it
too,
out
there's
there.
there's a lot of these because now what's on Twitter now is all these fake pages for like sports. Like they have a fake
Oh,
Okay, you know
basketball
what?
and
Okay,
they're like putting
Rothschild
out.
said question mark. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah,
Maybe I
I
just
don't.
saw one of those.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
So that's why I said question mark. So yeah, I don't know.
Well, we do
I
know
don't
that
know.
Chris Eubank and Connor Ben is coming up.
yeah.
That is
I don't.
coming up.
I don't. I don't. I don't want to see that. See, he's one who popped dirty. Remember?
Yes, he
So
did.
Kind of been.
He did.
he
And
popped dirty.
I actually got to meet him in New York. He was so nice, but I'm like, but you
He still popped
still.
dirty. I don't. He could be
No,
nice
I
all
know.
he
That's what I was like, but you still
pop dirty.
pop dirty.
He popped dirty. Dirty popper.
Like why? Don't do it. And I think he shouldn't be fighting that heavy, but that's just my opinion. But then, of course, we have the Canelo and Crawford coming up. So
You mean she meant three? You meant three. Yeah.
three. I'm sorry. Is that what? I'm sorry. Oh, D Style,
But
you
I
missed.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think. I
Thank
don't.
you, D Style. Yes, hit the like button.
Oh
Ding,
yes,
ding,
like
ding,
ding
ding.
ding ding ding. All right, hey D
Oh,
style.
ding, 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 ding.
Hello, hit the like button. Thank you very much. Why is there an Usyk being proposed? Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
don't need that much. See, it's just like I don't know.
Money. Is it about the money? I mean, that's the
I
only
think
thing I
so.
can make
I
sense
mean,
of.
yeah, it's definitely about the money. Red Corner Boxing, Sam versus Puma Ladies. What's your thoughts? You know what? Honestly, I'm just gonna be honest with you. There's been so much going on, and I've been dealing with a lot on Twitter X that I haven't thought about it. But next week, I will definitely definitely give you my thoughts on that. Okay, but SB71, Brian Norman Jr. versus Devin Haney. Okay, look, I want to know what y'all think about that fight, that
Do
matchup.
that have a date?
It's supposed to be in the works. It's supposed to
Okay.
be. That's supposed to
I
be
think
like
Brian Norman would take him. If I see the same Devin Haney I see in the last 2 or 3 bouts he have, I think Norman will take him, and it will be a beautiful walk in the park for Norman, and good for him.
All right, ding, ding, ding,
ding,
ding.
ding, ding, ding.
One of my says
Ding, ding, ding.
had to better these styles. You see, he's one up it. So you want he's one up in these styles. All right. Yeah, I could keep competing if you want.
Yeah. Now
But
it's $7. Now it's $10.
you
Also,
know the
November
thing
22nd.
is the
November.
thing the thing about the Brian Norman Jr. fight and Devin. So the Devin Haney of past when he was boxing and not running as much. I think he possibly could have outboxed Brian Norman Jr. I still don't think that his mentality is right. And
Right.
Brian Norman has like no fear, even though he like is a little rough around the edges sometimes. Gonna come forward and he's gonna brawl. I think that Brian Norman's gonna take it because I don't think Devin Haney is the same Devin Haney that he was, from the past. I don't. G Funky, what's up?
See, you don't think he is the same Devin Haney from what? From the left hook of Garcia?
Exactly from before that.
I agree with him.
Before that, he was boxing. He was amazing. Look at D style. Thank you, D
Now he's
style.
one up.
Yeah, it's okay. Y'all can keep going back and forth. No, no, not the same. After the left hook, he's not.
I agree.
Mentally, he's not the same guy. He's not boxing the same nothing. So I just feel like
That would be a great card. Can you put that back up there, Nika?
This one right
which
here.
one?
Oh, say so. It's
Benavidez.
Benavidez, Yard, Norman Haney, Bam Puma,
Yeah.
Mason.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
That would
Oh,
be a
that's a
good
great
one.
one.
That's the card on
Matthias.
the 22nd, November
That's the
22nd.
card. So is it going to be in Saudi Arabia?
I think so. Probably.
I don't know.
Taking all the fights away from the real fans. You know, who the fuck is going over there?
So hubby says he never fought anyone good. So you talking about Brian Norman Jr. Oh, red corner boxing. Oh my God.
All right.
Ding 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 ding.
Ding, ding.
Love y'all. Y'all are amazing. So are you talking about Brian Norman Jr. has never fought anyone good?
Who said that? In the chat?
Hubby.
Oh, your hubby. Your hubby said. I said, who said that?
But I think he's
Mr.
talking about Brian
Lopez.
Norman Jr. He didn't say. He just said he never fought good competition. I don't know if he's talking about Brian Norman Jr.
Brian.
or Haney. I don't know. I owe you for Christine $15. Oh, he's talking about Haney. I mean,
Okay.
if we want to get down to it,
But
yeah,
Haney do have some good boxing skills prior to the left
he
hook.
has good boxing
I
skills,
don't
but
ever want to take that away from him.
no,
But
but like Boots, has he really fought? So I get what he's saying. I'm just saying that we don't always agree. Trust me, we're always arguing, like always. But that okay, I can see that.
Any fans gonna come for you now, Christine. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay, look, yeah, we're gonna get to that. So anyway, last words. We're not done, but just last words, because I've got some last words too. Crystal, what's going on in your world? What have you been doing? Because you just came back from something amazing, and I want you to brag on yourself because we're gonna brag on you too. Tell everybody what you've been doing.
first of all, let me just say this. There's no reason to brag. It's just the people near and dear to me who have provided me with a great leadership. For me to be able to debut the position as ring captain at the 2025 World of Havoc tournament in the Orlando, Florida, where I do get some beautiful sun. I was
I
in
see
heaven
that you
down
got your
there.
plan too, like nice.
Yeah, it was beautiful there. Um, so we was down there for a week, and then next will be the USA Open boxing in Tulsa, Oklahoma in
I will
September.
see you there.
So really, you'll be there?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you know who else I see last week was one of our favorites, Omari Jones. It was
Yes,
good to see him.
he's
Yeah.
amazing.
You know, there's so many good. I'm telling you, there's some good amateurs out there. If you all get an opportunity, they don't cost nearly the same as a pro bout. They are great. Usually, they are great bouts if they are matched accordingly. And take the time to get out there and see what the future is holding, because
Absolutely.
there's out there in New York. Let me tell you, there's some good heavyweights out there. You wouldn't believe it, but there are, and
Okay,
we need
good,
that for
because
the
we need
pros.
some heavyweights.
We do. We
Mm-hmm.
truly do.
Sure do.
So. Yeah, there's some great boxing. But I want to say hello to all of our chat. I haven't been on for a while. Please excuse me, and I will be
You've been
on for a
working.
bit. I have been working, and not lying, but I appreciate you, Christine and Mecca. Your friendship is near and dear, and the leadership within the boxing world. I love all of y'all in the chat. Miss Yogi, I haven't seen you for a long time, so it's a pleasure to see you down there. Mr. Jam, Trill, D Style, all y'all. Uh, it's wonderful for y'all to support this show.
Absolutely, absolutely. Nika, so you were on vacation.
Yes, I was. I went with my sisters. We had a great time. I got a lot of sun, a lot of tequila, relaxation. I had a great time. So I'm at peace, and I have not been on Twitter on the toxic shit. So, so I've been chilling like a villain, minding my business. So, but I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat for all the great questions and comments. Look, I've been really chill. If anybody comes to disturb my peace, it's gonna be curtains for you. Leave me the fuck alone. I've been chilling. Leave people alone. Just leave people alone. Do your own thing. Mind your business. Live your life. Go fuck your wife. Go fuck your husband. Do a lot of things. Cook. Do something. Just stay out of people's shit.
Just don't be a booty digger.
Don't be a booty digger. And we got a sucker free zone over here.
Yes. Oh my god. I guess because now that I'm like the new chill Nika is, I'm always been observant, but now that I'm extra chill, I'm much more observant, and I see a lot of people really trying to just like argue. They want to argue. They want to,
That's
no
true.
matter what you say, they're going to disagree with it, even if they agree with it. But they want to argue. They so bored. And
Yep.
it's just like, damn, go jack off
Hey,
or something.
Christine, before you get on to your last words, did you all celebrate the holiday last week or the week before? I was in the Florida to celebrate it.
Oh,
What
you're talking about
holiday?
July 29th.
Yeah.
Oh,
Guess what I
yeah,
do?
July 29th. I was just talking about
yeah.
I
the
order a
anniversary.
snapper.
The
I have a
anniversary
snapper
of
fish.
Crawford and Smith.
Was
I
it
order a
fried though?
snapper fish. Huh?
Was it fried?
It was fried. It was a fillet. It was
Good for
fried.
you.
And I had a little
Good
rice
for
on the
you.
side with a little hot sauce on the side as
Heck
well. It was
yeah.
beautiful.
Heck yeah.
And
Gotta have some hot sauce.
I rewatched the anniversary show. Oh, it
Yep.
just put a smile on my face. What a great celebration.
You're
The
awesome.
red corner says depends on who you booty digging. To be honest,
No,
but you
don't
know
be a
what?
booty
You might
digger.
have a point. But I was
Stay sucker free.
Love Red Corner Boxing. Love y'all. Love all of our chat. I just want to say this. So I think this is my opinion, and it's my opinion only. Whoever agrees, whoever doesn't agree, but I'm entitled to my opinion. Okay. The fans are everything. Fans are everything. So anytime that I'm rating a boxer, it's not just about what they do in the ring. It's what they do outside of the ring too. Okay. We're seeing right now, and it's very sad. It's very, very sad. So Keyshawn Davis, went through a little situation, and we saw him on, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, Ariel Helwani's show. There was no views. There was no hardly any comments through the interview, because I believe that people are just tired of him. And it's very sad because he is very talented and he's made some mistakes. But I think that people want to see like a genuine apology and humility. People like humility. We can all fuck up, but you got to come back and say, you know what, I fucked up. the same show, he was talking more about Hawali. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not chopping his name up. But he was talking more about the discounts you can get on DAZN or something like that to see these pay-per-view fights. So we got to remember, y'all got to remember, boxers, that if the fans don't like you, they're not going to pay for your fights. We matter. The fans matter. They matter. So just remember that. You can fight with everybody on X, everybody on Twitter, on Facebook, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, if people aren't buying your fights, you're out of business. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you got to be perfect, but it's nice if you fuck up to come back and say, hey, I fucked up and I'm sorry. You know, but anyway, there's a lot of comments here regarding that. I don't know. I don't know what y'all's thoughts are about that. Nika, Crystal, if y'all know, or y'all saw the things that were going on, what
I
y'all
didn't,
think
I
about
didn't,
that?
I didn't see the interview, but now I'm gonna check it out just to see exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see the interview either. But keep in mind, some of these boxers, we have to remember they are human, right? And not that he what he do is correct. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, some of these boxers was killing each other. They was killing other people's, right? And so we have to remember they do make mistakes and they shall be able to say an apology. And I think the humbleness must be there for people to have enough empathy to believe them. And if the humbleness is not there, they're not likely to believe them. How many people hate Adrian Broner back in the day when he was um
And coming back.
for
He
for
just announced he's
lack,
coming back.
yeah, that's what he say, but for a lack of better word, when he was being one punk, right? A lot of people only tune in to watch him get beat, and that's the only reason they purchased the bout, right? So I do wish the very best to that lad Keyshawn Davis because he
I
do
do
have some
too. I do
skills
too.
in the ring, and it is very unfortunate what happened during the last time, but it is affecting his business.
He talked
And
about what happened in the locker room after his brother lost, and y'all got to see the interview, okay? Because it's like I didn't do nothing. I was in his locker room, but we just stood there. And I
I
don't
mm,
know
gotta
what he did.
gotta
There
watch
was
this
no
interview.
cameras in there. I don't know. I don't know what he did. I saw stuff in the
well,
hallway, whatever. He talks about that too.
why do Bud and Bomac go in and apologize for him? Then would be my question.
Because that's how they are.
Evidently, there was
That's the integrity
something
that they have. That's the integrity
Because you're
that they
trying to say
have.
that something must have been done for them to have apologized to.
right, because if Bud
Exactly.
or Bomac know that he being straight and he
Yeah.
being genuine, they're not fixing to go in there apologize. They perhaps they will put the debacle to the flat, right?
Right.
But for them to go apologize, they are very well aware that something happened in that locker room.
Yeah, absolutely. And in Conquest too said, I'm confused that they have not spoken to him about his future. Well, he also in this interview, and then in like a post that I saw, he said, I'm going to take off a year to get my mentality right, my mental health. I'm all about mental health. I'm all about get your shit together because we all suffer at some time in our life. We do. We all go through stuff depending on where we've been, where from, whatever. So I'm all about that. I'm just saying that there needs to be sometimes we gotta like have real serious conversations. You know what? I fucked up and I'm sorry. But and the point is that if your fans don't like you, if your fans don't believe you, they're not gonna buy tickets. And so I just want all the pro boxers to just remember that and know that, yeah, you could be the greatest, be amazing. But if there's no fans in seats, you can be dropped. You
Yeah.
can definitely be dropped.
Hmm.
And I also
That's a
say
sad one.
that here on our show, anybody that comes on, whether we agree or disagree, you're not going to get ashamed. Nobody's going to throw mud at you because we're all adults and we can agree to disagree. And we don't call people out of their names. We don't talk about their families. We don't do shit like that.
Not
We
not to now our guests, but the trolls, that's a different story. And
Well,
you come
people,
in here talking crazy, I'm gonna tell you to go.
people,
I'm
yeah,
behaving,
people,
so let me just shut
people,
up.
people
You know,
that don't even have a profile picture and they have little cartoons and stuff like that, and they have
they're
burner
the ones that be on their
accounts.
phone. They're the ones that be on their phone, jacking off and tweeting. Those are the ones with no pictures. That's what they be doing. I know it. I know it.
The booty diggers.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Yes, exactly, exactly. So if you don't even have a profile picture and you coming at us, and we coming at you with our faces, woman to woman, trying to have an adult conversation, but you can't because you want to call people names and call people whatever. We can't have a conversation anymore. It's over. You know what I'm saying? It's over. We're adult. We do adult shit over here. Sucker
Well,
free zone.
now what I do is I just block people now. But I'm not gonna lie, I get a job in there before I block you. I'll tell you to go suck a dick, and then I'll block you.
It takes a lot for me to block somebody because I want them to see me
I
winning.
block
Because
them right
God,
away.
God got me, and I'm gonna keep doing what I do. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot. But if I block you,
It don't take
yeah,
a lot for me. You just gotta disrespect me one time, you're gonna get blocked. That's it. But I'm gonna get mine first before I block you. Just know. I'm gonna
I
get
don't
that.
know. I don't know if I know how to block anyone, but
we'll help
You
you,
haven't blocked
Crystal.
anybody. You don't have nobody that you blocked, Crystal.
I don't think so.
Crystal, we'll
No,
help you, Crystal.
Girl,
What you
I'm
I
need?
not
got
on
enough
there
of me.
like that.
Don't worry. I have enough of me and you, Crystal.
I don't know. I don't be on the Twitter like that though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
haven't been on there either. That's why I haven't been arguing with people because I haven't been on there. But when I do, I
You
see
missed a
how
lot,
hard
girl. You missed
people
a lot.
try. I see how hard people try to get me to argue. So I'm just like, damn, you really want me to say something? Because one guy was just like, bitch, snap. And I was just like, oh my God, this is a test. Oh my God, this man really want me to snap. And those are the
You,
words to get me
you.
to snap. And I was just
Oh,
like,
he
hey, guys,
was
I
getting
know
off
you
on
trying to
that.
do it. You're not going to get it.
He was getting
Ugh.
off on that. You were on vacation, Crystal. You working. There's been a lot going on
Yeah,
Twitter X,
I
but
know.
So hey,
I don't
what
even want to
about the
catch. Honestly, I
Davis?
don't even want to catch up on it because I've been so peaceful.
What about the Davis and Roach fight? Is that still happening or what's the
I
deal?
don't
it
know.
doesn't
I
look
haven't
like
heard
it.
anything.
There's rumors that it's going to be Paul and Tank. There's rumors out there. It has not been officiated. It's not official, but there's rumors about it.
Mm,
So
okay.
we'll see. We shall see. But ladies, I love y'all. I've missed y'all. And
Yeah.
our chat, we have the best chat in the fucking world. Like for real, we do. So I love to love y'all. We will see y'all next Wednesday. Yogi said, "Protect that beautiful piece." Amen. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
Been on
Absolutely, absolutely.
it.
We're boxing fans at the end of the day. No matter what we do, no matter what we don't do. Yeah, and talk wrestle at 140. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that. Ooh, that right there. That's gonna be good. But thank y'all to all of our chat, and we will see y'all next Wednesday. We love to you. Have a good night.
Have a good night. And